that tower without being spotted by those wolves.
Got it. Stealth mode.
It's a big weekend for sequels, including Kung Fu Panda 2, which you're watching now. Is it a see it, rent it, or skip it? Kevin Carr, movie critic for FatGuysAtTheMovies.com, has the answer. Great to see you, Kevin.
Good to see you again. I was just loving that little clip. I was watching
it. Was really funny. And I haven't seen the first one, so let's talk about... I know.
Shame on you. You have kids.
I have kids. I haven't seen it. Let's talk about Kung Fu Panda 2. Is it a good sequel?
It is. And the reason it is a good sequel is because it does something a little bit different and it continues the story. It doesn't just rehash everything.
Okay.
It takes a little bit of time sort of justifying its own existence at the beginning, but once it clicks into the story, it really works. It's about Po as the dragon warrior, Kung Fu, in China, who then has to fight a new nemesis who is played by Gary Oldman as an evil peacock who's going to blow him up with fireworks. But as you see here, the animation is gorgeous.
Well, it's a 3D movie. How's the 3D in this one?
It looks great, and I've always said animation is where the real innovation is happening in 3D.
Right.
And it looks really cool. I mean, here they're taking the anime style, and they're taking beautiful photorealism, and they really bring it to your face, and they bring it into you. And it's 90 minutes long, so you can go with the kids. It's not too long, and it's a lot of fun.
The facial expressions in this new animation is just unbelievable.
Oh yeah,
I think.
We've come a long way from just a little ink and paint on cells.
So Jack Black is the main character here.
Yeah.
Overall, would you say this is as good as the first one or even better?
I would say it's comparable.
Okay.
I just loved the first one. I thought the first one was going to be terrible, and then I saw it and I fell in love with it. So it's so hard to top it because it's such a great movie. But this is way up there, and I fell in love with this one as well.
All right, see it, rent it, skip it for Kung Fu Panda 2.
Big surprise, it's going to be a see it.
I knew you'd say that. All right, the other sequel we're talking about, one I've been waiting for like 2 years now, Hangover Part 2. I loved the first movie.
That's good.
I think you did too. We've talked about it.
I did love the first movie, yeah.
Now, how did you like the second one?
Well, you could go see the first movie, and you're done. So there you go. It's the same.
And you've seen the sequel.
It is the... It violates the biggest problem in the sense that it is the exact same movie.
Well, it can't be. Now, look, they were at a bachelor party in Vegas for the first one. There was a tiger. Now they're in Bangkok.
In Bangkok after a bachelor party, and there's a monkey. You know, I mean, every little thing that they have, every little piece of the puzzle from the first movie, they just replace with something else. Instead of Ed Helms having pulled out a tooth, he's got a face tattoo. You know, instead of a baby, it's a monkey, and that sort of thing. It's raunchy as the first one is, but it's grittier and it's slimier and it's darker, and the characters aren't as good. Ed Helms in the first movie was kind of this nice guy who was caught in a terrible situation, but here he's just a jerk like the rest of them.
Okay, all right. Well, that's upsetting to hear because I know a lot of people are going to see this regardless.
Oh, yeah.
Just because the first one was so good.
I think it's going to be front-loaded. I think everyone's going to see it Thursday, Friday, and then have their own hangover the weekend.
And have their own hangover and then regret it, huh? So what's your verdict on Hangover Part 2?
You know, I'm going to say rent it simply because it isn't terrible. It has some laughs in it, but it's not worth going to see it in the theaters.
Okay. All right. Well, that's upsetting news, but I'm going to see it anyway.
Nah, just like you're fueling that machine.
Well, I know, but they got it right the first time. We'll see. All right, Kevin Carr joining us from FatGuysAtTheMovies.com. Of course, we can hear you on the radio as well, right?
That's right. I'm on CD 101 at 102.5.
Doing movie reviews. All right, thanks. Have a great weekend.
All right, you too.
Lisa.
Andy,